So one of the first major things that happened to me while I was working in retail was a shoplifter. Yeah, I know, it sounds basic, shoplifting happens all the time, right? Yeah, well I had been in this store for about 4 months and nothing had ever happened, but when it did...
John Smith, please go to the customer service desk, please. That's John Smith to the customer service desk, thank you.
Now I don't remember exactly what the name was that they said, but it was something really common and generic. Either way, it wasn't my name, so I just went back to work. That wasn't until another staff member came jogging over to me, asking me what I was doing. I told him I was stacking cups on the shelf in front of me, but before I could get another word in, he said,
"Come on, John Smith's the secret code name we use when there's a situation in store and security are struggling."
At this point, not only was I confused, but me being the paranoid weeaboo that overthinks everything, I knew I had to do something. I had to defend this store from the criminal scum that were overwhelming the security. So I made a mad dash to the front of the shop, weaving in and out of customers lining the aisles like a ninja. Or at least, that's what I wanted to happen. Instead, I was faced with a harsh reality. But you see, what made things worse was that by the time we finally reached the top of the stupidly slow travelator, security had already managed to detain the guy right at the top of the damn thing. We rushed around the shop for nothing, didn't we? Yep. Well, that was a colossal waste of time. So I simply had to walk all the way back to the aisle I was working on, which, may I remind you, was at the other side of the bloody store. So there was once a time where one picture of me and a friend got blown completely out of proportion and resulted in almost everyone in store believing I was gay. Now just to clarify, I have nothing against gay and lesbian people. However, the fact that someone was spreading false facts about me, possibly affecting relationships, pissed me off. So I was telling this girl at work about a friend of mine, and she felt as though she recognised his name. So I brought up a selfie of the two of us on my phone, and after showing her, it was from here onwards that everyone at work began to find out, and it spread like wildfire. Then one day, I flipped.
Hey, I didn't realise you like guys.
I am not.
Okay, I believe you.
Wait, what? She believed me. I went and got all worked up for absolutely nothing. So then we went around the store, explaining to everyone that it was all just a misunderstanding. And from that point onward, nobody saw me any differently. No longer did anyone think that I was gay. And my final story is actually the one of how I left my job at this store for another job that was more suited to me. More money! So when I was at work one day, I got an email come through on my phone, which told me I have the job. So as much as I was excited, I was also really worried. It was coming up to Christmas, which was the busiest time of year for our store, and I was going to be leaving in 2 weeks. I began to contemplate all the different ways I could say that I was leaving. I could say "F you" whilst backpedaling out the shop. I could act as if I was going to really miss being there, but it was something I had to do. I could be really formal and act really serious about the whole thing. Or even just walk out saying "see ya" and waving goodbye. But none of these thoughts seemed viable to me. Then there was the issue of what if I don't like my new job? What if my new manager is an absolute psychopath that hates my guts? Won't it be awkward every time I go back to that store shopping? I was lost in thought, and I had no idea what I was going to do. Eventually, I decided I should do a mixture of both being formal and light-hearted. I wrote up a letter stating that I was going to be leaving in the next 2 weeks and handed it in to my manager the next day. I told her that I'd been offered a new job elsewhere and that I would be leaving soon. Bracing for impact, she was okay with it. I mean, it's not as if she could say no, but still, I couldn't believe my luck. After telling all of my co-workers, they all said that they would miss me, but were glad I'd found something better. I would definitely miss them all. I'd made some good friends, and I needed to move on. Move on to a job that suited my personality and career path a little more. But if I hadn't been for this first job of mine, I would have had no experience in anything work-related. And so I can safely say that I am glad I took the job at this retail store. And I am definitely going to use all of the experience I've gained to my advantage. New job?
Let's go!